You're watching HCC News with Johnny Harvey, Haley Richardson, and Carson Prismus with sports.
Hello and welcome to the last spring edition of HCC News. I'm Johnny Harvey.
And I'm Haley Richardson. Here's what's been happening around Hutchinson this week. Kansas will not lose any of its rural post offices. The U.S. Postal Service announced Wednesday that all 134 Kansas post offices slated for closure will remain open. Senator Jerry Moran called the announcement a win for communities across the state and that he was pleased that states with large rural communities were able to work with the Postmaster General en route to a solution giving the Postal Service continued viability. The Postal Service will reduce hours of operation to match when customers use the facility most. This move at all 3,600 post offices nationwide under review will save USPS $500,000 a year. Decisions on new service hours will be based on community preferences and needs. Even with reduced hours, access to retail lobbies and post office boxes will remain unchanged and Saturday delivery will not be affected.
On Tuesday, a Hutchinson man was arrested for multiple burglaries dating back to 2011. Of a local appliance store, Matthew Todd Yoon, 26, was arrested at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday for 5 accounts of aggravated burglary, 3 accounts of theft, and 5 accounts of criminal damage for burglaries occurring at Bill's Used Appliance and Furniture. The Hutchinson police announced that the burglaries took place between December 9, 2011 and April 29, 2012.
After being on the loose for 3 weeks, a convicted child sex offender has been captured after escaping from a northeastern Kansas prison. 59-year-old Gary Leslie Firthmeyer escaped around 3 a.m. April 18th from his minimum security job at the Lansing Prison's steam plant. Firthmeyer was taken into custody at 2 p.m. this past Wednesday. He was serving a 6 to 25-year sentence for incident liberties with a child and aggravated failure to appear.
The first rock star to come out as a transgender has decided to begin his transition from male to female. Tom Gable of the band Against Me has grown up with a condition called gender dysphoria, in which the person feels like they are trapped in a body of the wrong gender. Gabe has a wife and a daughter, but has decided to take the first steps into transitioning into Laura Jane Grace Gable by taking hormones and undergoing electrolysis treatments. His wife plans to stay by his side throughout the transition. While the band may not be a household name, this is still a big step for the transgender community.
It seems the Hutchinson Zoo will be getting a facelift throughout the next several months. The raccoons of the zoo will be in an updated home, including a steel cage with new windows and a concrete floor to keep the area cleaner. The new home will contain dirt and grass so the habitat will still feel natural to the animals. Next, the wood deck area by the Horns and Antlers exhibit will be renovated to a new composite deck. The area will also be opened up so visitors can see an entire view of the zoo. Also, the possum will be taken off exhibit, but will still remain at the zoo for educational purposes and replaced by several fox squirrels.
The Cinco de Mayo event was celebrated this last Saturday all day in downtown Hutchinson to celebrate the day that Mexican forces claimed victory over French forces in the Battle of Pueblo in 1862. Events included cultural dances, foods, games such as the Cow Creek Duck Regatta, play-place inflatables, and carnival including bumper cars and a Ferris wheel.
The day is out for package deliveries going into McPherson from Hutchinson on Friday due to McPherson's May Day Parade holiday. Many stores will be closed for the viewing ability of many store owners who will not be present to receive mail delivery. The May Day Parade is scheduled to begin around 10 a.m. on Friday, May 11th, and will also include airbrush tattooing, face painting, funnel cakes, and a marathon in the park where games and other activities will be held. In addition to many floats, organizations, Kansas State Governor and representatives strolling down Main Street, there will be a flyover sometime during the parade. Come out and enjoy the excitement.
The theater students performed their final pieces Wednesday night at the Stringer Fine Arts Building. For some, it was their last final HCC performance. For students in the Acting 1 class, they performed well-known plays approximately 15 minutes. The acting 2 students, however, wrote their own shows. They developed a concept, picked a theme, and performed the whole thing by themselves. At the end of the show, the students came out and bowed all together, ending the show and the school year with a smile.
Evan Rothwell asked students about book bad acts for this week's Campus Talk.
30 minutes, hour.
This right here is by far the longest I waited in line. By the time I get to the front of the line, Jesus probably would have done came and left.
Longest I've waited is about 25 minutes, so it's not very long.
4 hours last year. And that was really long, too long.
Definitely not.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I like that. You know what I'm saying? That saved me that money.
Yeah, for as much as books cost, definitely worth it.
Yeah, because it's expensive. Your books are really expensive, so.
I didn't really have any idea what it would be worth. I think I paid like $60 for it or $65, and I got $23 because I didn't have a receipt. And if I would have had a receipt, it would have been $33.
I would have liked more, but.
Yes, I do. A lot of them. A lot of the nursing books I do, yeah.
No.
So Haley, have you sold back your books yet?
I have actually. I went the first day they were open.
Really?
What about you?
Well, look at you. I'm going to do it right after the show, so.
There you go.
There you go.
Stay with us. After the break, Carson will give us the rundown on sports.
Welcome back to HCC News. For sports, I'm Carson Prismus. The baseball team won 2 out of 3 games, 4-2 and 12-7 against Highland. They lost 1-3 to Neosho County. The Blue Dragons finished their season at 40-17. The Lady Dragons softball team finished the last 4 games in losses. They would finish the season at 17-30. In the NBA playoffs, 2 Game 5s on Wednesday night. The Miami Heat finished off the New York Knicks 106-94 to win the series 4-1. The Los Angeles Clippers lost to the Memphis Grizzlies 92-80 to go to a Game 6 in their series. The Kansas City Royals took 2 of 3 from the Boston Red Sox, winning 64 and 4-3 and lost 11-5. In the NFL, the Minnesota Vikings are just 1 vote away from being allowed to get a new stadium, which needed since the tragic snowstorm 2 years ago. That's all I have for sports. So, summer is finally here. You guys got any big plans?
Well, I'll still be having classes this summer. Then I'm actually doing an apprenticeship in Oklahoma.
All right, sounds fun.
Awesome. I'll just be working at the good old Walmart, saving up for when I move to K-State in August.
Yeah, I'll be taking classes and working too.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, that's it. Thanks for tuning in for the last edition of HCC News. I'm Johnny Harvey.
I'm Haley Richardson.
And I'm Carson Prismus. You have a great summer.
HCC News is a production of the Broadcast and Media Technology program of Hutchinson Community College. For more information on the program or to submit your story ideas, please call 665-3433.
No one knows.
What song was that? Okay, ready to go. Avengers. I can't wait to see that, but we'll see what happens. What happened?
Johnny.
Highway Patrol.
We have belly dancers, apparently,
Can we
so
start
I'm
over?
sorry.
Memorial organized.
Welcome to another edition of HCC News. I'm Hannah Arthur, sitting in for Johnny.
And I'm Haley Richardson. Here's what's happening around Hutchinson this week.
I love today. It's bright and shiny, beautiful.
The national and the 100,000. Dang it! You guys got me saying 100,000.
That's fine.
Because it will turn to you.
I'm like tearing because I'm so tired that I'm yawning, and it's
Well,
like.
stop it.
Wake up.
Reporter Seth Cox is here with the source to find out more.